Hey Nate. Hey Meals.
Hey, Jean-Luc.
Hey.
You sound so enthusiastic.
Yeah, I mean, I am because there's a thing that happened this week.
Oh, what would that be? Is it there's Metal Gear?
No, the Apple TV, the new one got announced.
Oh, you mean my Apple Surface?
Yeah, that as well.
I already have that.
Okay.
Hey, Destiny 2.0 came out.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And
they changed the little icon on the menu. I wasn't expecting that.
It's orcs in the background.
yeah, it's good looking.
Yeah, I like it. So we're gonna start this up here. So
Man.
I think it's been pretty well documented that you two are pretty into Destiny.
No,
we are the
we
Home
are.
Buttons Destiny correspondents.
Yes. I'm
You're
like
Destiny experts for everything Destiny.
I'm like the Destiny intern. Is how I describe it.
Do you get the Destiny coffee?
Yeah, I get the Destiny coffee for you guys. I like pick up on some of the Destiny stuff as I get the coffee for you. So yeah, like they've totally decked it out with like Taken King stuff. There's new music in the menu, like some really nice subtle changes. I'm a fan of.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of this stuff. It's
Like the title card has like a little animation now. That's
Yeah, did you guys ever play MMOs like WoW? Like anytime like a new expansion would come out or something, you know, like the menu would change and it would just get you really excited. You're like, ooh, something new's happening.
I played RuneScape, and you didn't really get that sort of thing in RuneScape too often. But this is kind of the first time that I've been able to get excited about it in this way, because I've been looking at the same just design choices like for a year now for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's nice to just be like, oh, like, you know, the main screen has a new title and it has a new animation when it comes on and stuff like that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I never played any MMOs, so I've never really experienced a large expansion in a game that I usually play. So this is like my first foray into kind of that MMO-esque expansion. And I'm really digging it so far. I mean, it's only 2.0. The Taken King hasn't come out yet. That's next week, next Tuesday. So they've added a few things in this that I'm enjoying so far.
Yeah, so I've opened up my Titan, which is my secondary character. I already messed with all this stuff with my Hunter, so I wanted to go in with a character that hasn't touched any of this yet.
Right, yeah.
So let's just open up that menu. First off, yeah, again, new background. Just some immediate changes. I noticed they added like emblems for the classes now. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they're these it's like newer art to make it a little more uniform and not.
And also
just
the helmet's gone now.
Yeah, they said they wanted your character screen to feel a lot more personalized, so they took the helmet off.
And you can put it back on. I know.
You can put it back on in settings, yeah, right there. But like, that means when you go into the tower or the reef, you still wear your helmet.
I like
There's no
looking.
in
I like
between.
looking at my dude.
Yeah. I guess so. The first thing I'll quickly go over here since you're on the screen is for people that don't know, that don't play Destiny. There used to be a system where once you reach level cap, which was 20, you would go into a new version of leveling called Light, and Light is all gear based. So the better the gear you have, the higher your light level would be, and you would get this gear typically just later on in the game, end game stuff, raids,
content, yeah.
stuff like that. And the level cap was 30, and most recently it was up to 34 in the House of Wolves.
Yeah, in Vanilla Destiny it was 30, in The Dark Below it was 32, and in House of Wolves it was 34.
So what Bungie has done is they've totally scrapped that, like 100%.
I'm okay with that because I think it was a cool idea. I don't think it worked though.
Yeah, and a lot of people did complain about it, and it felt like there was no real ramp of progress. It was just kind of a day and night difference between levels.
Yeah.
So what they've done here is there is your level, which is your level like it would be in WoW. So Jean-Luc here is a 30. The current cap for this week is 34, and it will be upped to 40 when the Taken King actually arrives on the 15th.
It's just like leveling from 1 to 20 in Vanilla Destiny. It's
Yes.
just now the level cap is 40.
And
It's purely experience points.
I
Exactly.
gotta say, you level really quickly. I was level 32 with my hunter when I started this up. I did 5 bounties, got all the way to 34. 2 levels.
Yeah.
Crazy fast.
And I assume that the way the Taken King is designed, it will get you to 40 through the quest line, probably if you were 34 when you started. But what they have done with Light now is closer to item levels in WoW or if you look at like damage values in games like Diablo and stuff, it ramps up over time. It's not just this big difference. So right now, Jean-Luc, you are at light 134
And like 4/5.
and 4/5. And what that means is you have damage values and on your weapons and defense values on your armor, and this is an average of all of those values.
Combined, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It takes weapons into account as well, which is interesting. And they've also added stuff to like the class items now actually have stats associated with them, which before
Same with your ghost.
Yes, same with my ghost. If you look at my ghost here, has like a bunch of actually does stuff. Extra intellect, discipline, extra spin metal I can find.
Yeah, but it only does 3 defense.
It
so
only does 3 defense, but I can upgrade
with that. Yes, with other ghosts and legendary marks, which you can't get until the expansion hits on the 15th. But because it's level 3, you can see that it will bring your average light down a ton because all of your other attack and defense stuff is like in the hundreds. So you want to get a higher level ghost to rank up your lights super quickly.
Before we do move on, why don't you also get flying to the tower just so that we're ready there when
It's a good idea.
let's
look at this. They kind of just changed up the map.
This map
The director,
and
the director is super nice.
The director and the font is how I like the stuff in the bottom left is like how I remember, like I think the book that came with the limited edition looking. Like there's something in there that had maybe it was just there was a poster or something, but I do remember looking at it and like that's what it used
It's
to look
a
like.
lot more visually pleasing than it was before.
And it's less clustered. You can tell like they're leaving room for more stuff. I also noticed it says solar system at the bottom, which I don't think it said that before. And that kind of
I don't think. Yeah, it implies like maybe we're gonna get some.
You're gonna eventually leave the solar system like, hey, for Destiny
in like
2.
Destiny 5.
Yeah, or Destiny 5, one or the other.
So what I do find very interesting is with year 2 of Destiny and it becoming the Taken King, the home screen says Destiny the Taken King, so it's not just an expansion. The game is now considered Destiny the Taken King.
Yeah.
Just like.
Again, that's a very MMO thing.
Now,
WoW would do that.
It is an official subtitle.
You know, it'd be like WoW officially would become WoW Cataclysm, and then every time you go
Warlords of
to
Draenor,
every time you go to the menu screen, it would say Warlords of Draenor right there, even if you didn't know anything.
And to clarify too, the reason that this update came out early is because they're letting people get some time to dip their toes in the water, see how this new system works. Also, I'm sure that this is going to be something that's going to be a kind of the extra push to sell some more expansions. Probably some people are going to be like, because with this update came a lot of weapon balance changes for PvP, which we're probably not going to get into today. I'm not sure.
I didn't show that, but you can
Maybe
actually
quickly.
play some of the maps for the Taken King now.
Yeah.
So you can play one of the game types right now, which is called. I'll
Rift.
let Nate talk about that. Yeah.
The new game type is called Rift, which is kind of a twist on Capture the Flag. So what happens is it's kind of this one flag game type, and the flag is called the Spark, and it spawns in the middle of the map, and you collect it, and you have to run it to the enemy's. What was it called? Rift. Yeah. The enemy's rift. So you ignite the spark at the enemy's rift, and it blows up, and there's this big explosion, and it kills a bunch of people. But you can't use your super, and the respawns are timed, so it's a lot more objective-based than, say, the other games which are kill-based.
Right. And we don't get it yet, but for the weekend they will also be adding Mayhem, which is just a team deathmatch game type.
Yeah, Mayhem Clash.
With all of the supers and your abilities charge at a much faster rate, so it's a lot more. It's Mayhem. It's exactly what it's called. It's gonna be very chaotic and stuff like that. So I think moving on to here, talking about some changes in the tower.
Just pick a place and I'll go there. What do you want to see first?
Let's go straight forward down into the Vanguard.
Okay.
Say hello to Eris while you're there.
Yeah. So big change, Eris.
She's now praising the sun
inside. She has now moved in. She is not freeloading. And,
to steal someone else's joke, she's parked her ship finally.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, her stuff isn't that different, but she doesn't have quests anymore.
Yeah. She's going to be getting bounties and more quests in the Taken King.
Yes.
And you can rank her up past her original cap of level 4. Her shaders are missing right now, so I'm not sure where they're going to go. You may be able to go get them at Ava Levante now.
I don't think so.
Shader.
I think that's just kind of on hiatus at the moment.
Maybe.
Like Lord Shax and all these guys, they still have the same stuff. There's no new gear yet, so don't bother buying anything right now for the next week.
Yeah.
You want to save your stuff.
Yeah, there's no new gear, save for some that we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, the Vanguards, what's going to happen with this update, and probably for people next week as well, is they're putting out some little bounties here and there. So right now they're kind of trying to give people items that are going to kind of get their light level closer to what it needs to be at.
So this is one of your quests. Just from starting the game, you are starting with the Legend of the Titan quest, where you basically learn a little bit about your class that you've chosen.
Yeah, and so I get this, and it's basically a reward. It says, hey, you reach level 30, Path of the Striker. It's another one. So this right here is, they've added this whole new quest system in the game, which and apparently they've revamped,
embracing its MMO-ness now.
Yeah, very much so. And quests are different from bounties in the sense that they're kind of like bounties with multiple tiers to them.
There was a quest section in the inventory a while back that only ever got used for Queen's Bounty.
I think those were missions, I want to say.
Yes.
They called them missions.
Which is also different. Used. The missions are now actually a different thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind. Okay, so I thought that's what that was. So yeah, missions still probably useless. But anyways, yeah. So you can. What's really cool now is you can turn in bounties from this screen now too.
Yes, and you can also track.
You no longer have to travel to the tower.
Yeah. The other thing I was gonna say was that I forgot what I was. I was gonna say put that new sash on, and so you can kind of see it's probably a higher level than what you're wearing.
Actually, it's not. No, wow, that's
so that'll lower your average. So if you do that, you'll probably
with my hunter it totally was higher, but this one's actually lower.
Because you get two. They give you a first one and then a secondary one. That will be at the max that I think we can be at right now, which is 170.
So, right. Also something in the, I think it's called the Hall of the Vanguard or Hall of the Guardians. If you do a quick 180, see those boards on the side? Those are where your exotics now live. No longer will they clutter up space in your vault.
That's actually not true. They still stay in your vault.
Well, they can. They can still stay in your vault, but you no longer have to worry about vault space as much.
Yeah, never getting them again. And for a late game player like me, getting a new one or like picking up a fresh one if I really need it isn't going to be that big of a deal. But I'm also a collector in Destiny at this point, so it is no problem for me to just delete all the ones I don't use regularly. Like, I'm not going to use that helm there, that Titan helm, the Eternal Warrior, all the way to the right. Like, I'm never going to use that, so I'm just going to delete it. It's taking up useless space right now.
And there is something satisfying to me about having this menu where you can just see, like, I own all that. It's satisfying. Yeah. Although I will say, a little disappointing. Some of these actually have. I don't have that much for my Titan, but point is, I have for example, I have this one. Right now, it is not lit up. And the reason...
Well, you need an exotic shard.
Exactly. So it being light up implies I can get it back, but when you just look at it, you can't tell which ones I already have without actually like going over them and saying like, oh yeah, I have that one, or no, I don't have that one. So it's a little... That's just slightly disappointing to me, where I just want to immediately like be able to see like, oh yes, I have all those.
Yeah, and I guess if you want to saunter on over to the weapons one, we can see that they are currently showing some of the weapons that are moving over. You don't have a good amount of them here, but
yeah, it's just the two that
the
I
last
have.
words. Yeah, it's the last word and Bad Juju are moving over to year 2.
Same with Suros, Hardlight,
Truth,
and a few others. If you go back to Collection 2, let's see, what else? I think
Thunderlord, Truth, and Red Death.
So yeah, this actually caused a controversy among Destiny's players, longtime players, that a lot of their exotics are becoming obsolete. And what Bungie has kind of like avoided saying is that they're going to bring forward exotics gradually into year 2. So your beloved Yallarhorn, if you have it, will become not so used right now, but it could come back in year 2 at a later date.
Right.
I get that.
You just discovered the abandoned quest page.
Yeah, which I didn't actually realize this was a thing. This is pretty cool. Basically, it looks like I can replay quests.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so yeah, this lets you replay quests with bonus, basically.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, to encourage a lot of people that didn't get to play the story mode with this revamped the voices and the cutscenes and everything like
new
that.
New quest system.
To do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's stuff that you can do right now.
Yes.
Which is cool. Other than that, there is going to be... Let's hop on over to the Gunsmith really quick, because I don't know if you've checked this out yet today, have you?
I don't think I have, actually.
Well, so today, Wednesday, is Arms Day, which means meals.
It means that the Gunsmith, whose name I don't know...
Who's got reputation now.
Yes.
His name is Banshee44.
Oh, yeah, that's his name. He will bring with him a spread of weapons that act as bounties. So if you hover over a weapon here, it'll say there... so use this. So for this Omelon, it says use this in the Crucible to gather data for Omelon's weapons developers. So there's no specific amount that it says that you're supposed to do, but there is a bar, and it fills up as you use it in the Crucible and probably get kills with it.
Yeah. I actually just stopped playing for I think it's 10 kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just doing this, the second one on the list here, the one to the right, this one.
The Haka Test A.
Yes, I had to get precision shots with it not in the Crucible, just on PvE enemies. So I just went out and I was doing a daily, or not a daily, but I was doing a public event, and I just got it through that, and it was, it's just really cool. I'm not sure what the rewards are because I haven't turned them in, but I assume it's experience and materials.
It's rank. To your gunsmith, which you can use later to purchase guns from him via Arms Day. So what happens is every Wednesday, once the Taken King launches, is that he offers legendary guns from the manufacturers Amalon, Suros, Haka, etc. That have certain perks that people may want. So you order that gun, and then either, I'm really not sure when, but a day, a few days, a week later, he will have that gun and he will give it to you.
Yes. And he'll give that gun to you with random stats on it.
Right.
So now what you just opened up is the vault, which we've gotten to, is bigger now. You have 72 slots for just for weapons.
Yep. Same with the armor.
Same with armor. And general is just doubled, I believe.
Yes, and the advantage of general though is that for me, General mainly took up like shaders and emblems that I didn't want to get rid
and
of.
You don't need those.
You don't need those anymore. You can just get rid of them, which we'll show in a sec.
But go back there really quick. Go back to the vault really quick.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew this, but your Stranger's rifle is now legendary on the top left there.
It is. Did that up in? I didn't know.
2.0.
Oh.
Yeah. It's basically just a quality of life fix. That's what I heard from, I think, Luke Smith, the lead designer, via Twitter.
It's really nice for people starting off too.
Yeah, like it's most likely going to be their first legendary weapon after completing the story.
Yeah.
And
that was kind of
it's still a year 1 weapon, so it's still being kind of left behind, but it's something to start you off with.
Yeah, that was a bummer when I beat the story. Is this, at the end of the game they give you that gun, they're like, here's this gun, and I saw it and I was immediately like, this is a really cool, unique story gun. My gun's already better.
Never gonna use it.
Never gonna use it. So right here we got the shaders, which is just...
so all these kiosks are fundamentally the same. Hold on, go to my favorite one. Go back to the left there. It is on the top row of the Taken King, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in.
This one?
That's the McDonald's shader.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm loving it.
This right here feeds into that, like, collector in me where I'm just like, I want them all. I want all
Gotta
the
catch them all.
I gotta collect them all.
Yeah, the hardest thing is, like, to get, like, all of like the House of Wolves ones is just a lot of grinding.
Yeah, you can actually get one right now.
Yeah, you can get the new one. This one's actually really nice looking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this as much on my Titan, but I actually really like it on my Hunter.
Yeah, but
really shiny.
That deep indigo, it's super cool.
Yeah, and if you go to this one, obviously one to the left there for all the emblems, which Bungie won't give me the one that I want still, because I don't know why. I have all the requirements, but that's a different time and place. I love this. Go back over to the left here. Sorry.
The raid ones?
The Iron Banner.
I really like this one.
That one.
That one was really cool. I already have the 2 other Iron Banners, so I'm like, ooh, might have to get that one.
Yeah, I have most everything in that there, except for like the 4. Actually, I have everything there except for the 4 new ones.
I've never seen the one all the way at the bottom right.
Those are 2 new Trials ones.
Yeah, I don't really play Trials that often.
I've actually never tried it. I should probably try that at some point.
It's very fun.
It's very difficult.
I feel like I need a group to do that though.
So obviously new stuff, old stuff. It's gonna feed into the completionist in all of us, and I think it's good though. I think it gives you something to do. And actually gives you a way to actually see your progress.
Yeah. Now, Jean-Luc, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you a Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, or Future War Code?
I was actually just wondering that myself. We could look at that. Nope.
I don't think you've pledged to any of them.
No, I guess I haven't for this.
Well, that's what we can talk about. You must choose.
Well, we'll get to that. But
what
first,
do you like?
The speaker here now sells ghost shells that you can get.
Yeah, ghosts have function now, like we said.
So I can quickly acquire this new one here, and if I
turquoise shell,
equip it, and I really want to upgrade the Frontier one because I love the color on that one. It's still my favorite. But if I upgrade it here, you see my light just shot up, which is fantastic.
It's got a nice little animation and sound, which I love.
Yeah.
But you can rotate your ghosts now. That was something.
You couldn't do that? Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you could never do that before.
Same with the ships, even?
I don't know if you can rotate ships.
Let's see.
Nope.
Can't do it.
No.
Nope.
But you can rotate armor as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That was actually before 2.0, where they implemented that.
So yeah. Who should I
New
pledge
Monarchy, Dead Orbit, or...
I'm already New Monarchy on my my Hunters. Let's pick a different one.
Dead Orbit has the coolest shaders in the game.
Absolutely. So
Maybe
let's
go
go down to Dead Orbit. Let's visit Arik.
Where is Dead Orbit located?
Whatever his name. So go to
the
Tower
yes.
West. Yes.
We have to go there anyway. Check out some new stuff.
Yeah, this is actually a good place to go and cap off the video and everything like that. But while you're running over, for me personally, it's such a good change that they're doing, that they're separating this light from your actual level.
Yeah.
Because it actually means that it's a more gradual increase in skill.
So before you go over to Dead Orbit, why don't you
I was gonna head over the shipwright.
Amanda Holiday.
Yeah. So
who has been totally remodeled.
Yes.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She has
She
has a new model.
Whoa, yeah.
She is and a new outfit.
Yeah, well,
because she actually plays a part in the story.
Yeah,
now.
I saw that. That I like that they are gonna have these peripheral side characters that they've developed that have like little to no personality, and they're gonna like take these characters and then just make them into characters.
I also really like her tattoo.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's nice. They're turning my favorite non-character in this game, which is Cade 6.
Cade, Nathan Fillion robot,
who's voiced by Nathan Fillion. He's a Nathan Fillion robot. And he was always like my favorite character because he would just say like these weird, funny things in the game randomly, and I was like, "Why isn't he a character?"
Like before this expansion, like there's such great fiction in the game, but no way to explain it. And like a cool thing about it is that you go over to Cade 6 and you like after talking to him a couple times, like what he says, he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be a part of the Vanguard. He wants to go outside of the tower and do stuff. So like you talk to him and like you exit out of his menu, and like 2 seconds later he just whispers like, "Take me with you," and it's just like pure Nathan Fillion goodness.
All right, do me a favor, Jean-Luc. Go. So we're in the ship collection here, which is like all the other collections. Look at that new raid.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that. Raid. Don't worry.
Yes.
Ugh.
That is one of the nicest looking models I've seen in the game. If it'll load, it is
nice,
absolutely gorgeous, and I don't care if everyone else is gonna have it along with me. I want it, and I'm gonna use it.
I completely agree. Yeah, these ships, they all look great. I can't wait for them. Same with, they don't look like there's any new speeder bikes or anything, which I feel like speeder bikes
there is an exotic one that does exist. It's not shown.
It's been
here.
data mined forever now.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
It's been data mined, but it's also officially in the Bungie Armory website with stats and everything.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. It's no better.
I really feel like the speeder bikes are underutilized, as a concept.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
why don't you talk to the Dead Orbit representative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arik Jabal. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good thing to.
Yeah. So this thing pops up here about no longer is faction rep tied to like those class armors. Instead, it's just tied to you just have like an allegiance that you buy from them. Here.
Right.
It's
very slowly.
He's really making sure I want to be sure about this. All right. So I am locked in now.
Well,
for a week.
you can only do it once a week. Yeah.
I am locked in. So, and then a really cool thing is that you can now just like exchange materials to increase your rep, which, like most of these I'd probably keep, but then like say, hey, I don't give a fuck about my special ammo, so I could just be like, do that. It's only 25. It's pretty small, but you know what? It's nice, a little bit.
Yeah, and I've read that when Zer comes this week, he sells heavy ammo synth. For I think it's 1 coin for 5.
Oh wow!
Right?
Yeah.
So it would be 20 coins to 20 strange coins to level up a faction, which is actually not a lot.
No.
Yeah, because you can exchange heavy ammo synthesis. So
yeah.
By getting all of those heavies, you can exchange them for Dead Orbit rep.
Yeah, and it'll be enough for a level, which is actually really nice. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it in the tower, and then everything else that's kind of outside of this is stuff that we will be going over in our Taken King Explosion
Yeah,
video.
I mean, they've replaced Peter Dinklage and Nathan with Nolan North, who...
Oh yeah, here's your...
And he honestly just sounds like 343 Guilty Spark, I think.
They're not really showing off the emotes.
Not yet. They are going to have some new ones.
There is a collection, and there's also a jukebox, that's been there for a while, but...
we're just going to play it.
Play us out.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much 2.0 sans gameplay in the new modes, but just went over pretty much everything new and cool.
Yeah. When I was I'll just say when I was playing the actual game, there definitely were like more small, subtle changes. Like the mini map looked just like slightly different. It feels like they're making slight adjustments that just like keep it fresh, even if you're not thinking about it. It feels fresher, which I I appreciate that.
Weapon balance, just going over it real quick. Auto rifles are relevant again. Pulse rifles are probably going to dominate. Shotguns are still pretty useful. Hand cannons are nerfed. That kind of deal. Like, there's gonna be a new meta, I think, but hopefully not an annoying meta, like Last Word and Sniper and Thorn and Shotgun. So
right, which are only things that'll make sense to you if you like Destiny. And if you don't like Destiny while you're watching this video.
Why the fuck are you here?
But yeah, thanks guys. I'm glad you joined us.
Yeah.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Kill yourself. See ya.